Well, today is Tuesday, and I'm back in the living room just thinking, you know, just thinking about people's attitudes, what they believe, what they say, what they do. And the question that I thought about this morning was, where does wisdom come from? There are two places or two ways that I can find wisdom. There's the wisdom from above that God gives, and then there's the wisdom from below where Satan rules. And the wisdom from God is always the best wisdom. Although most of the things that that we think is are wise today, they may not be as wise as we think they are. Because I have a Bible, it's right here. It it's really right there. And I read in this Bible, and the first thing that I find out is I got to have somebody to explain it to. My mama sent me to school for years, and I graduated from high school. And if I didn't learn how to do anything else, I learned how to read. And if I've read anything in the Bible that I understood, it was that the devil is a liar. So if the devil is a liar, why do so many people believe what the devil says about the Bible? Because he's got all kind of stuff in all kind of books explaining to you how the Bible is no good. The Bible is the best book that you can read that has anything to do with the history of man, how he was created. And if you can't look at it and find out what God is doing, then it must be because the God of this world has blinded your mind and you can't see. And the God of this world has blinded a many of mine. He took a lot of angels with him before the world was as it is today. And the world as it is today is changing. Although the mountains will probably be where they are for a while, and the rivers will run where they run for a while. And a lot of people are going to say a lot of things, and they're going to have to give an account for what they say. I will have to give an account for what I say. But I will let you know that if people think that they can continue to sin and God's wrath not come, they are fooled. Jesus said, you need to fear him who can kill and has authority to cast into hell. We should fear him. Amen. amen is supposed to mean so be it. And Jesus gave some instructions to some people, as did some other people. John the Baptist, or John the Baptizer, he wasn't a Baptist. I'm sorry, folks. I mean, I've grown up with thousands of Baptists. John, that baptized Jesus, was not a Baptist, but he was a baptizer, and he baptized Jesus. John was there that day. He had come out the wilderness, but they put his head on a platter and gave it to a woman. You know, yeah, they killed John. And they did crucify Jesus later. But God raised Jesus from the dead. Yeah. And there is going to be a resurrection of the dead. It's not going to be today, but there will be a resurrection of the dead, and the books will be open, and they will be judged. And there will be no demon, over the judgment. It'll be just. Yeah, it will be just. Paul got in trouble when he started talking about the resurrection of the dead. I'm sure if I, went on with this conversation and started talking about the judgment and the resurrection of the dead, it probably wouldn't go over too well any more than it did with when Paul was, talking about it. Satan's time is short, and he's taking whoever he can. There's no one much resisting the devil anymore and submitting to God. They're too busy submitting to men and what they think. Yeah, I hear them all the time telling me what I should do and what I shouldn't do. I can't tell you what to do. I might can tell you what you should do, but that does not mean you will do it. Oh yeah, some things are going to happen. There will be a resurrection of the dead. But before the final, or that, resurrection and the final judgment, there's going to be a first resurrection. I really want to be in the first resurrection, because if I am, in the first resurrection, I really won't have to worry about the second resurrection, because I read the book. Some people are just not serious, and they don't like it when I get serious. But God is serious. The cares of this world and going after riches is not what people need to do, but it's being done.